Sikit.
Tengok. Tidak lah.
Right guys, so today is day I think 33 on the road from Bangkok to Indonesia. It's my second day in Malaysia. I'm just outside of a place called Alor Setar, which is on the west coast of Malaysia, not too far from Thailand. But I've just found my camp spot. I'm pretty much on the side of the road here. So I can still hear the road, but it's quite nicely covered by trees and small shrubs. But yeah, nice spot because I'm right on the edge of a rice paddy and the sun's just set and it looks really nice. Have a look at this. Right here, that's where my tent's gonna go. So I'm all pitched up. It's getting pretty dark now, so I'm going to try and do this video as quick as possible. So yeah, second day in Malaysia, second day impressions of Malaysia. Well, for starters, I think it's a little bit more expensive than it is in Thailand. The people are very nice. Most of them are anyway, but I'm not quite sure if I prefer them to Thai people. I think in general the Thai people just seem to be a little bit happier, but hey, it's the second day and it's too quick to be making those sort of judgments, but I'll show you what I've got for dinner this evening. Seeing as it is a little bit more expensive here in Malaysia, I found a very cheap option, and that was some young women selling food at a little food stand outside the DIY store. Being it, you want to smile? okay. That I was in, and I got this for about £1. So yeah, half an egg, bit of chicken, bit of courgette, bit of cucumber, rice, and I'm not sure what this red sauce is. And that looks like anchovies. And yes, it is that time of day. As you can hear in the background, that is the Muslims singing their evening prayers. Malaysia is, I think, 63% Muslim, which is why, you know, I see most women I see have their headdress on, all covered up, and there are many mosques around as well. Yeah, folks, so it's about midday. I'm in a city called Alor Setar, in the north of Malaysia. So I'm just on my way to a place called Penang. It's on the west coast and it's about 110 kilometers away, so I should be there by tomorrow evening. Okay, so apparently cyclists aren't allowed on the highway in Malaysia. I just found out because I got pulled over by the police. Yeah, and they've directed me to this new road, which is nowhere near as smooth as the highway, and I definitely won't do anywhere near as much distance as what I would on the highway, but I guess it's a bit more scenic, I guess, which is good. So yeah, it's a little bit annoying, I guess. The hard shoulder was just as wide as any normal road. Oh well. But you know what? They were nice enough, the police officers. They were polite, friendly, and they even noticed that I'd run out of water. So they gave me a nice big bottle of chilled stuff and sent me on my way to this other road.
Yeah.
You alright? Yeah. Yeah. Right guys, just pitched up, found a bit of flat land right next to this nice golf course. Just going to camp here for the night. I think I'll be fine. Anyway, so I did about 60 kilometers today. Dinner tonight, I've got some nice looking chow mein from some nice fellas that I met in the nearby town. They said they've been cooking chow mein for 30 years, so I thought I'd give it a go. So I'm just on the side of the road here. I'm about 50 kilometers outside of a place called Penang, which is where I will get this evening. Anyway, I've just had to make a quick stop to make a repair on one of my pannier bags. So this has happened. This has come away from the bag. This has actually happened before. As you can see, there's a different bolt in that one. That's where I made the repair last time, so I've just got to do that again. But hey ho, that's bike packing. Things break occasionally. Hopefully I should have it fixed in no time. There's a hell of a lot of traffic lights in Malaysia. It's getting a bit annoying now. Thank you. Hey guys, so I'm just on the ferry on the way to Penang Island. I've got a hostel booked there for tonight. It's called House of Travel. Yeah, so apparently the island is like the main thing to do here in Penang.
Please pay attention to the safety announcement. All pedestrians
Okay guys, this is my hostel. It's actually called the House of Journey, not House of Travel.
Usually, the Chinese people overseas, they speak Cantonese.
Right.
But for
So I'm just on my way to a temple. It's called Kek Luxi Temple. I've just taken a half an hour bus ride from the hostel to this part of the island where the temple is. I can just see it now. It's massive. Wow, it looks incredible from here. Okay, yeah, so apparently this is like one of the best things to do on the island. I've been advised to do this on my one day here by some nice folks at the hostel. Anyway, check this out. Yeah guys, so I've just climbed to the top of the pagoda at the temple. This is the view. Hi guys, I'm at the top of Penang Hill. This is one of the other most popular things to do in on the island. I paid 30 ringgit to get to the top. You get on a little train, that's about £5.50, and there's monkeys around. Not too sure what that was, some sort of Hinduism thing going on there. Morning folks. So I left Penang Island this morning. I spent a few days there, mainly because it was my birthday the day before yesterday. So yeah, a few celebrational drinks with some other travellers. But yeah, so I've left Penang Island. Now I'm on my way to Kuala Lumpur. That's going to be about a 5-day journey. Also, I've just been informed by one of the local people that people tend to steal bikes in Malaysia, and he told me to be careful. He's actually the second person that's told me that now, so I'm gonna have to watch out for that. Morning guys. So I had to stay in a hotel last night. It's just becoming more and more difficult to find somewhere suitable to camp here along the west coast of Malaysia. Just all seems to be private or agricultural land, but fingers crossed that I find somewhere this evening. Alright guys, I found a campsite on the iOverlander app that I usually use. It's very handy for finding campsites. So it's about 65 kilometers away, which is great because that means I'll max out at about 70 kilometers, which is not bad for the second day back on the road since Penang Island. Definitely preferring the scenery today. It's right in the middle of these rice paddies. So when you order a coffee in the rural parts of Malaysia, you get it in a bag. I didn't have any food at that last place I stopped at. They just had these little shrimp and cheese filled spring rolls. They're a little bit strange to be honest, but it's good energy. Looks like I'm heading into the jungle now. Okay guys, I've just arrived in a quite a large city called Taiping. It's like the midway point to the campsite, so I'm just going to stop here for a bit and get some food. Okay guys, I just arrived at my intended campsite for this evening, which I found on iOverlander, but there is a lot of people around. To be fair, it is Sunday. Yeah, I'm just hoping they all move on fairly soon. But in the meantime, I'm gonna go jump in this river. I might pitch my hammock, not too sure yet, I need to figure it out. Just want to quickly show you, this is quite interesting I think, how the rubber tree works. So this is the rubber tree, and this is the pot that collects all the latex. As you can see, it's currently dripping. So they come along, I've watched them do this, they come along with a hooked knife and just claw a layer of the bark off, and then it freshly runs down and into the pot. Change of plan, I'm not camping there. It's just far too many people. There's not really any flat ground, which doesn't bother me that much. It's just more to do with there's loads of people around and they don't seem to be moving off anytime soon. And they don't seem that friendly either. So yeah, I'm just gonna get back on the road and see if I can find somewhere else to camp. Okay guys, found a spot. I'm not too far from the road here. I'm just on this empty patch of land right at the back, away from the road, in the corner. Tent was a bit wet when I unpacked it, so I've just had to try and dry the floor with my towel. Also, I just went for my first outdoor number 2 and took quite a while, really not feeling too good. So that's it guys, I'm all pitched up, bed's blown up, but it is a little bit wet in here this evening, as you can see. But there's not much I can do about that. It's too late in the day now, and it's been raining, so there's quite a lot of cloud cover. It's gonna have to be a little bit of a wet one. So I'm just sat in my tent. Sunlight has almost faded now. It's raining and I can hear the mosque in the background. Anyway, I just wanted to show you what I got for dinner. It doesn't look great, but it's actually alright. It's just like a chicken noodle soup. And I threw some peanuts in there as well. Look at the size of that mother. Right guys, I'm all packed up, ready to go, but I just found this thing on my foot. Oh, he must have been sucking away on my foot all night. He was pretty full up. Also, check these plants out, they like move when you touch them. Yo guys, so once again it's been pretty difficult to find somewhere suitable to camp, so I have just made do with this oil palm plantation. I've only got about an hour left of sunlight, so yeah, this will do. The tent is still a bit wet from this morning, so I'm trying to dry it out with the last bit of sunlight. So I am sat here still waiting for my tent to dry. The sun has almost gone down, but the tent's almost dry, so should be okay. I just want to show you what I got for dinner this evening. Okay, so it's all lined out. I've got a tin of sweet corn, some kind of chocolate brioche roll, 2 little bags of peanuts, this Indian stuff, I can't remember the name of that, whole bag of fruit, carrot, cucumber, and that is about it. Yeah, so not only is it difficult to find somewhere suitable to camp here in Malaysia, it's also quite difficult to find something proper to eat in the supermarkets here. It's not like 7-Eleven, for example, where you could go and grab a sandwich or a pre-made meal or even some cooked vegetables from the fridge. So yeah, it's been quite challenging in that sense. The only other option is to get a cooked meal from a restaurant or a cafe to take away. But today there was just nothing on the way here to this site. Oh well, at least I won't go to bed with an empty stomach. Oil palm plantations seem to be an absolute hotspot for the biggest mosquitoes.